The other one is the network, and it's also the polishing engine. Like, you cannot underestimate the value of that. So like NFX, they're other investor, they're dynamite network, and they're like really sharp about connecting all their leadership. So the CEOs and the C levels from all of their organizations are all on like common chats, and we share communication with each other. We know things about people, but they're also like amazing at taking a company, and then they have this like whole like you're going to get a makeover, like polishing system of being like, let's make sure all the things are good and awesome because we know what's going to be expected next. And so like as a biotech, if you're doing a startup, and let's say you're coming out of academia, you're kind of like Cinderella. Like maybe you
Yeah.
have some inherent beauty, but you're wearing a garbage dress, like your hair's a
Yeah.
mess, you got a mouse scrolling around in your ear. They can basically act like the fairy godmothers, like, okay, we're going to make you a nice carriage, we're going to get you those shoes, like this thing, we're going to polish you up for way you're expected because you're about to go to a place you've never been before, which is these next level of raising and consideration. And we want to make sure you're dressed for the ball. And so I think those guys are really good at that. They have good media connections. I think when we did our press release on the funding, they also did this like media blitz where there was like multiple articles that came out in parallel about it. We ended up on like all the news. It was like a deal that happened recently. And that's awesome because especially for us, 2022 was a pretty awful year for fundraising. And so a lot of people were like, oh, wow, you guys managed to raise during that year. You must be really great. That awareness engine that they fuel is, I mean, it matters, right? It's like how people hear about the company. You want people that are going to invest next to have heard about you a few times. So they're like, oh, that's Centivax. That sounds really familiar. And they walk in the room and they're excited to talk to you. And I think that's another thing you get from the VCs. And NFX has been great at that.